you've been looking at how you can capture information from aerial photographs. Andrew, there must be other uses for aerial photographs, particularly, say, for councils and the like. How are they using it?
Yeah, councils are actually probably one of the biggest users of imagery in New Zealand. So every council tends to have some imagery of the area, and so they use it in a multitude of ways, like just keeping track of where their utilities are, also keeping track of what buildings are there. So they have a look at it all the time. And also it's really valuable for actually getting information out to their people. Yeah.
So information to people, so open data. You were talking about utilities. I guess that's water, stormwater pipes, that sort of thing. How can we see that?
Yeah, so one of the big things that's happened recently is a lot of councils have started to put out GIS viewers. And I've got an example here on screen. This is from Porirua City Council, just north of Wellington. And they have a GIS viewer which allows you to see the information about your property and your suburb. In the past, you probably would have had to go down to the council. They would have had these on paper, got a photocopy. Hopefully it was there that day or the person was there. But now you can get it pretty much 24/7. So in this example of GIS information to start with, we've got property boundaries. And that's nice, people know I live at that address. So, but the great thing is with these viewers is you can turn on, where are the water pipes? So on comes the water pipes, and now we know the location of the water pipes. So there's more than just water pipes, there's stormwater pipes. So where are the stormwater pipes? Again, they start to pop in a different side of the street. So more pipes, sewer pipes, where are the sewer pipes? And all of a sudden we get the sewer pipes coming in and they start crossing into the property boundaries. So people start to need to know about where they are so that they don't plant the putakawa tree in the wrong place.
No, that would be bad.
That would be real bad. So, and there's other things like where do plumbers get into those pipes to see why the blockage is there, so you can bring up where those points are so that they don't have to walk along looking for the stuff, they know exactly where to go. And also sometimes councils have abandoned pipes where there's a pipe there but it's no longer used.
Right,
So
you don't have to panic if you dig up a pipe that doesn't seem to have anything in it.
Exactly, because usually if you break a pipe you run the other way, but you want to know what's in it. So it's just the good information. But what makes this information even better is when we bring imagery into it, because this still doesn't mean a lot for most people. But all of a sudden, if you live at this house here, you know where the sewer pipe goes in relation to your property. You know that you've, planted the tree in the wrong place, like we said, and you know when not to dig.
Suddenly it all makes sense. Excellent. So that is a great example of open data where people can get information really easily that's useful to them, and they can go through the council website to get the likes of this. What other uses are there for aerial imagery that we can use as open data?
Well, aerial imagery can be used for so many different things. You know, you can manage your land, forestry companies so they know where their land is. And so quite often people are coming to us saying, well, where can we get this information? So LINZ has taken it and got all that information and we've put it into one place so people can come and get hold of it. So I'll just show up here the LINZ data service. So the LINZ data service holds aerial imagery for all over New Zealand. It also holds all the other LINZ data that we make available, and that's pretty much all of it. And so you've got the likes of the topographic maps that we showed before and the data on them, the roading information, the property boundaries, all available, and the hydrographic charts, etc. And also the geodetic. Now geodetic's a word that not many people know about, but essentially that's the survey marks that the surveyors use. And so all this information is available on a service where you can download it for free. So I think the best one to look at, because it's my area, is the aerial photos. So you have the ability, wherever you are in New Zealand, to go in and select imagery for your area. So
I could go and find my own house or school or something on this service?
You could. So if you know where you live, obviously. So for example, Wellington is at the top there. I live in Wellington and I've done it myself, gone and had a look at my property, to see just to have a look. It's always good to have a look at your own property. And also, when every now and then when I want to go for walks, I have a look to see, is there a track that goes that way or something? You get to see what the information on the land is like. So you have the ability to download it whenever you want, and this is available 24/7.
So have you got a Canterbury example for us?
Well, we're in Canterbury, so let's grab one. I jumped in earlier, prepared this earlier, and we have an image of Prebbleton School. As you can see, they could jump into the LINZ data service and find their school, and they could use the crop button at the top and cut a circle around it, a square, and download it. So it's really good because they could actually then go start mapping the school themselves, and they could identify the swimming pool. They could do a map, identify the teacher's car park, identify their classrooms and their hall. It's great information. It could be quite a fun project, actually.
And it's amazing the accuracy that you've got, the resolution, even though we now know how far away those images are taken from. You could go and have a look at the LINZ data service yourself and see what you can find.